And now we're gonna slam over to another car in the Ford booth. This is the Ford Mustang GT 350R, even though there's no badges on it. This goes out to you, that dude in blue. Look at the front of that car, man. It looks really, really nice. My only complaint is I don't like this plastic right here. This plastic here and there looks cheap to me. The wheels are kind of boring. But overall, I like the styling, like the angles on the doors there, the new spoiler and everything. Let's see if I can give you a peek on the inside a little bit. I got a full video on your Fast Life car channel where we'll go inside the car and everything. All right, so on that note, I'm not really a truck guy, but if I was, I would want to slam over to this. So this is the Ford F-150 Raptor, and this was released here for the 2015 Detroit International Auto Show. And we're gonna take a quick peek at that right now. Pretty big vehicle, so we gotta back on up to make sure you guys can actually see the whole thing.
Raptor looks like a Tonka truck.
Let's get you some elevation. So that's going to pretty much conclude our little quick tour of the Ford booth. Those are pretty much all the highlight vehicles for me. I'll add a little note, honorable mention for the original GT40 over here, and the first time I'm bringing it back in the Ford GT name, about 2005 right here. So this is the car, the Ford GT, just like the Ford GT over there, that was based on the Ford GT40, which is over here. This is the actual race car from the 1960s. This car actually belongs to someone in New Jersey. I possibly know the person. You know, a lot of people got a lot of cars. I don't keep up with every single car that everyone has, so a good chance I might know the owner of this car. And if you're the owner of this car, definitely comment below. I'd definitely love to have you on your Fast Life car channel to talk more about your car, your amazing car here. And again, this is the original Ford GT. This is a Mark I. There were several versions of the Ford GT40. This is only one of those versions. There's a lot of history between the GT40, and I'm going to be going over that. I'll go over the various versions of the Ford GT40, and stay tuned for that on my car channel, your Fast Life car channel. And now let's see if we can go to Honda. All right, so what's the highlight in the Honda booth? Not much. Honda doesn't really have a lot of sports cars right now. I mean, in Europe, they got something going on. You can see that on my your Fast Life car channel. But I got an aviation channel. I'm definitely into aviation, and I'm definitely a fan of the Honda Jet. So we will take a look at the Honda Jet, and this might actually, very interestingly, be the highlight of the Honda booth at the auto show. For me, because remember, this is my picks, you know, whatever stands out to me. And again, a lot of the cars here are, you know, family sedans and stuff like that, Honda Civics. They don't really have aggressive sports cars, not in America anyway. So the Jet is the highlight for me. The rest of this stuff, SUV and, you know, Accord and all this mumbo jumbo. All I see right here is I see something that's dangerous for me when I'm on my bike. When I'm on my motorcycle and these big SUVs come in front of me, they block my visibility, so it's actually a hazard for me. This actually, if I want to be a little bit nicer to Honda, because I like Honda, Honda's reliable, but again, they don't have the aggressive sports cars that I like. This car absolutely would have to be my highlight for the Honda lineup right now. Like the styling, love the color, three-dimensional lighting there, the black grille against the red. I like this look. A couple of companies were doing this with this kind of angles here. Those are really tiny wheels, man. I remember driving cars with small wheels like that way back. All right, I think that's about it for Honda. So let's go over to Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz is gonna be tricky. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, wasn't really a fan of a lot of Mercedes. Mercedes, like my cousin Andrew used to say, Mercedes is about old money, So as a young money guy, I'm not talking about young money, cash money, millionaire, whatever it is. Anyway, I wasn't really into the old money look, so didn't really like a lot of Mercedes. I was never a Mercedes-Benz fan or BMW fan, but if I was gonna pick one, I would definitely pick BMW. I like the styling on BMW better than Mercedes-Benz, but the current Mercedes-Benz cars are definitely starting to pique my interest in terms of visually. Love the styling on this, the black top glass roof with the white, and you got the black mirrors, nice aggressive tires. Look at the front there, nice aggressive styling cues, the big Mercedes-Benz logo, the LED lights. Definitely liking the look of it. So it's gonna be a little tricky for me to pick out what my favorite is in this particular booth because I'm not a Mercedes-Benz fan, so it's not really like, oh, I love the S or whatever. So I'm really gonna be looking at which car appeals to me the most, just looking at it in terms of performance and styling. So this is a 4-door, so that's definitely not gonna be the one. Although I like the look of this. So the Mercedes AMG C63S, I give an honorable mention to that. That's an AMG, so that could be a lot of fun, but it is a 4-door, not really a 4-door guy. So I think we're gonna go over here to this guy. It's 2-door, it's a V8 bi-turbo, huge discs on that, and I love the glass roof and the sloping lines, how sharp the front, the back end, the front, the back, can't tell the difference. You got carbon fiber on the bottom there, dual exhaust, chrome tip, LED brake lights. I love the whole thing. I love the look of it. The white with the black contrasting. You got the bi-turbo right there with the carbon fiber accents as well. And again, the black against the white. Love it. The red on the brakes there. And the front end, very sharp. Got the carbon fiber on the bottom there. So this might be it. This might be the car right here. So this is the AMG, Mercedes-Benz AMG GTS. And I think that's gonna be it. I might just pick one as far as luxury. I'm not a luxury guy, but not that I don't like luxury, but I like, if I'm in a car, I want sport. But if I'm looking for luxury, which hey, maybe I want to be driven, instead of driving, then it's probably gonna be the S600 Mercedes Maybach here. Fortunately, this is locked, so can't go in there, but I love the interior. I love the stitching on the dashboard, the attention to detail. I mean, it's just very, very luxurious look on this car. And in the back, I think you have back massage. You got the tray tables like you're in a private jet or something. I mean, it's just, this is luxury right here. Now, as far as the actual look of the car, on the outside, I'm not like, whoa, look at that car. It looks good. It's not an ugly car, but I don't know. I'll more be a Rolls Royce guy than I would this in terms of exterior. But I think those are going to be the two highlight cars of the Mercedes-Benz booth. So you know exactly what that means. It's time for us to slam. And we are in the Audi booth. And we're about to be Audi 5000. Oh, bad joke. Bad joke. Sorry, Audi. Did I just say sorry, like with an accent? That was weird. Anyway, okay. I was just gonna pass this by, but I took a second glance and I said, yeah, that red color, the video is probably not doing its justice. By the way, you're watching Your Fast Life, brought to you by ProjectBonauto.com. The red, I'm pretty sure that the video is not doing it justice, but the red color looks amazing. And then you got the black against the red. Again, I love the contrasting colors. I love the detail in the front here. I'm not too sure about this color right here. This color here, it looks almost like a cheap plastic type of thing. So that's one little minor detail, not a big deal. I like the LED lighting on the front there. The aggressive wheels, really big wheels on that. I'm on the fence with this color here. Oh, the interior, oh yeah. Love the angle there. The sloping line on the back here. That's how it comes in the back. Love it, chrome tip exhaust. This is the Audi RS7, looking real sexy. Love it. Love the brake lights. The view from the back here. Paddle shifter. Look at the material on the seats, man. Nice. So that was a little surprising. I didn't expect that. That was pretty cool though. Let's see what else we got. I think there's only one other car. This color is nice, man. I don't know what color that is, but it looks nice. So the Audi R8. I've always been a fan of the R8. You know, I love Lamborghini. I love the Gallardos. The Gallardo and the Audi R8 are very, very similar in many aspects. And there's also shared parts between the two. Quick look at the V10 engine there. Carbon fiber on the side. And look at the leather, man. Look at the stitching on that. Carbon fiber in the center, on the dash. And unfortunately, it is not a manual. It is a paddle shift automatic. But now I'm gonna speak about the E-gear transmission. I love the E-gear transmission on the Lamborghini, very aggressive, and it shifts in a way that I would never want to do myself. So ideally, you know, say a Lamborghini Gallardo or Murcielago, I really wouldn't want to have a manual. I'd rather the E-gear. Now, with that being said, I don't know about the transmission that's used in this car, if it's any way similar to that at all. So I'm going to reserve judgment. The fact that it is an automatic instead of a manual. The fact of the matter is, I may not want this in a manual, because I found that there's certain cars that, based on the type of automatic transmissions available, like for example the E-gear, that could actually be preferable to a manual. Even though I'm a hardcore manual guy, you know, I'm not closed-minded to the point where I wouldn't even consider an automatic. It really depends on the car. So again, same family of cars. You got Lamborghini, you got Audi. So I would wonder if the automatic on this might actually be as fun as the E-gear. Can't comment on that. I would just want to explore that question. Just look at some of the details on the front here.
It's got paddle shifter. Oh, that's really paddle.
All right, so I think that's going to conclude our little tour of that booth. Now, as far as Bentley, again, you're getting more into luxury, so I would say the highlight of this booth for me would be the Continental GT Speed. The Mustang, that's just not me. That's too luxury. If I'm gonna go that route, I wanna go Rolls-Royce. If I'm gonna go this route, the Bentley route, then the Continental GT Speed convertible, that's where it's at. This color here is amazing. I love the, you know, it's a luxury car, but it looks very, very sporty. I love all the chrome in the front there, big wheels, you know, drop top, you know, definitely. This is the highlight for me, the Continental GT Speed for the Bentley booth. And now for BMW. So BMW, what is the highlight of the BMW booth? Let's see, let's take a quick run through here. BMW, I would say maybe the BMW M6 Coupe or Coupe. You got an accent on the E there. So carbon fiber on the mirrors, got the M6 badge, big wheels, big discs, nice angles on the door there. Let's get you a good look from back here. Quad exhaust, carbon fiber there as well. Carbon fiber spoiler there. You're watching your Fast Life Car Channel 2015 North American International Auto Show, brought to you by ProjectOneAuto.com. Paddle shifter, got carbon fiber on the steering wheel, on the dash, center console. You got contrasting stitching on the seats there. Take a look at the front, very, very style. I don't know what I was gonna say, but basically I was trying to say that it looks really good. These are adaptive LED lights right here. And that might be it for me. BMW, like Porsche, a lot of the models look very, very similar to me. So I can't really, you know, oh, this one looks so much better than that one. You know, that one to me looks the best. I think the final highlight of the BMW booth for me is gonna be the BMW 650i convertible. It doesn't look as aggressive. This looks like it's more luxury than the other model there, but still looks really cool. I like the color. It's not as bright as on those Audis we're looking at before, but it's a nice color. I'm not a big fan of this. I don't particularly like any kind of soft tops. I'm a hard top guy, so this looks pretty cool. Take a look on the interior a little bit. Hopefully there's not too many reflections.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
All right, on that note, I think we are done with the BMW booth, and now we're gonna slam over to Porsche. I would stop by the Volkswagen booth, but there's really no Volkswagen cars that really catch my eye. Just not a big fan of Volkswagen in terms of the look of the cars, but I am a fan of this, the new GTS. This is the Porsche GTS. Great looking paint here. This is the Panamera GTS. Quad exhaust. Nice big wheels. Take a look on the interior here. Looks like Alcantara leather. Paddle shifter. Very complex center console. A lot of switches on there. Let's get a little carbon fiber in the front. Nice little accent there on the side. I also like this car over here as well. This is the Cayman GTS model. This is the brand new Porsche Cayman GTS. I love it. I love the look of it. I know a lot of people are gonna think it's a Boxster. It's not a Boxster. It does have some similarity with the Boxster because now with the 911 you have a rear mount engine, so the engine would be somewhere back here in this area. But here you have a mid-engine, so the engine's actually located right about here. So one of the advantages of that, you have a car that's a little bit more balanced than a rear engine that's going to be a little bit more tail happy. Although Porsche has engineered into a modern 911 a lot of basically dealing with the tail happy nature of the old cars. The 80s 911s were a little bit tail happy to the point where a little bit dangerous potentially. But the new modern 911s don't have that problem so much. However, still, you got to consider with the engine all the way in the back, as far as the car being more balanced, you got a lot of weight in the back compared to the front. But here you have a mid-engine, so the engine is mounted forward of the axle, the rear axle here. Now another advantage of that, in terms of balance, you have balance, and then also again, the Boxster is the same kind of thing. You have an engine that is a mid-engine design, but also an additional thing that you have here as well is now you got a double trunk. So you have storage in the back and storage in the front. So the trunk space in a Porsche is not really that much, well, in the sports cars, but because of the mid-engine design, you got more storage. If it was a rear engine, you wouldn't have any storage in the back. You just have only a small trunk in the front. So that's an advantage of getting the Cayman. A disadvantage, however, is you don't get to look at your engine. I think there's an aftermarket accessory you can get where you can actually see through here to the engine, but as it comes from the factory, you can't see the engine. And also thinking about doing work on the engine, you can't just open this up and start working on it. My understanding is it's all lift work. You got to put this thing on a lift and you got to access the engine from underneath. So that is a disadvantage of the Cayman. But as far as driving, it's a much more balanced car. So in theory, even though everyone always focuses on the 911, if you want to go on nice twisty roads and things like that, nice technical track, then you probably want to get like a Boxster or a Cayman because potentially those cars are going to be better balanced for that. But I would like to hear any Porsche owners or people who have driven the Porsche cars what your opinion is on that. Here's the actual Boxster. It's a Boxster GTS, so you can get a comparison between the two. And here's also the Porsche 911 Carrera 4 GTS, which, you know, doesn't look all that much different from the older models. But I think that is pretty much going to conclude our tour of this booth. And now let's see where we're gonna go to next. Well, we already came from that direction. I think we might have actually covered all the cars. Believe it or not. Because I don't see any, I mean, we've done all this Buick, we've done Land Rover, Toyota. Ah, we didn't do Tesla though, and we didn't do Kia. Does Kia have anything of interest? Does Kia have anything of interest? Other than this rat or whatever this is, this gerbil. Hey man, what's up? Those are really nerdy glasses, man. All right, so, nothing to see here, folks. Let's move right on out of here. Sit down. So, we are going to potentially go to the last car of this quick tour. This is a Carlisle's Picks tour. For full walk-around videos, go to my main car channel, your Fast Life car channel, and you'll see me giving you full tours of these cars. We'll sit down inside of them, look at trunk space and stuff like that. But for this, just a quick tour showing you the highlights of the show. For me, what cars catch my eye the most? So Tesla definitely has caught my interest. This is the car that we saw recently that was racing against Lamborghinis and Ferraris. One of the things with electric cars is you have instant torque available to you anytime, every time. The minute you put your foot down, you're getting this intense acceleration. And when I say intense acceleration, I mean that's how electric cars are in general, but this particular electric car has a lot of power. You have, I believe, well over 600 horsepower on this car. So even though it's very heavy, that's a lot of power to have. And again, maximum torque available to you instantly at any time. You're starting from a stop. You're going 30 miles per hour, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, does not matter. Unlike with a gasoline engine where it's all about RPMs, you want to spin that engine higher because basically with a combustion engine, the power band is very, very narrow. So there's a narrow band of acceleration or RPM where you get the maximum power out of the car. So that's why you're changing gears and you try to keep the car within a very, very narrow band of RPM to get the maximum performance. Here you don't have to worry about that. You're getting maximum performance available to you all the time, every time. And of course there's no engine, so it's going to be really quiet. And I just, you know, the fact that you can have a car like this make a Lamborghini Aventador nervous says a lot. So stay tuned for more information and a full tour of this car. This again is just my quick tour of my show highlights. So this is the Tesla P85D. This is the ultimate Tesla right now, and it's the latest car. Now, I'm just gonna quickly mention, I mean, they only have basically 3 models here. So there is this is the 85D, as opposed to the P85D. I assume the P is for performance probably, but this is the, and I almost tripped there, it's all good, it's all good. This is the Model S. This guy almost lost his head, unfortunately. So hopefully there's a safety feature that would have stopped him from losing his head, but anyway. So here we are, this is the 85D, which would be a lower level to the P85D over there. Take a look at the trunk space. And then this would probably be the base model, the Tesla, the S model over here. So I think that is going to, let's take a quick peek on the inside as well, if we can. And that's probably going to conclude our tour. This is your Fast Life Car channel, again brought to you by ProjectOneAuto.com.
I want one.
An interesting video that you might want to take a look at is MKBHD, really cool guy, awesome guy. He's been doing videos for a long time. I think he's 2 million subscribers yet. He's grown fast, man, and it's well deserved. Hardworking guy, really good at what he does. Check him out on his channel. Do a search for Tesla. He's done a couple of videos on Tesla. He's a tech guy. He does a lot of tech reviews and stuff like that. So he's definitely the guy to be talking about stuff like that. Now, I kind of missed out on this one before. This is a 4-door, but as I'm walking out to the exit here, caught my eye, and this is what this video is all about. The cars at the show, they catch my eye. This is the new S-Class. This is the S550 4MATIC Coupe. Actually, it is a coupe. So it's not a matter of how many doors, it's a matter of how many seats. So it's a 2-door, and you know I'm all about 2-door cars. I'm pretty sure the back seats are gonna be like probably a Porsche 911 back seat, but I love this, man. I love this. Big wheels, styling on the hood, lines going across the side there. You get a glass roof there. And of course, you got that German luxury, really nice, high quality materials. Looks really good in there. And yeah, right now in this current configuration, you've got like maybe 2 inches between the front edge of the back seat and the back edge of the front seat. So not a lot of room in the back seat there. That might just be for insurance purposes or something like that. Keep the price down. It's a 4-seater. It's a family car, man. It's not a sports car, but that's like golf bags back there. Probably got more room in the trunk than you have in the back seat. But definitely this S550 definitely caught my eye. I kind of missed it before, but I would add that to my highlight video. So pretty much the S-Class, that is where it's at. So that completes our tour here, brought to you by project1auto.com. My subscribers get discounts on cars, so you definitely want to subscribe. They sell great cars, slightly used cars, Mercedes-Benz, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche, BMW, you name it. Go to project1auto.com, and if you're a subscriber, you're entitled to a discount, and this coverage was brought to you by them. You are watching your Fast Life Car channel. This is 2015 North American International Auto Show on a snow day, nonetheless. We got 5,000 kids coming in here. It's a little crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Definitely take a look on the channel. We have a video about the Ford GT, going into a lot of detail about that car and the history with the GT4 and all that kind of stuff. That's going to be